While in captivity under Laban's rule, Jacob chose to work as an unto the Lord, even under the oppression of Laban. His reward was many blessings, and it increased his riches and flock. His son Joseph took on this character trait, and while he was under captivity in Egyptian rule, he chose to work as an unto the Lord, even under the oppression. His reward was many blessings and an increase in not only riches, but in power. When you look at the Old Testament and generational pass downs and strongholds, there are a lot of negative things, such as favoritism, jealousy, lying, betrayal. But it's also refreshing to remind us some good ones get passed along too. Jacob taught Joseph by example and through his own behavior. And although he only had 17 years with Joseph before he was sold into slavery, those 17 years counted. And he made sure he knew that when he worked unto the Lord, no matter what work he was doing or who it was for. And Jacob was actually rewarded through his character behavior he passed down, because it ended up being his son that saved him and everyone from a famine. Parents, can I remind you that your children are learning more from your behaviors than your words? The life you live is the lesson you teach, and more is caught than it often is taught. You know, I can't help but think that Joseph may have been the chosen one because he favored more after the father, not just his earthly father, but his heavenly father as well. His brothers were a lot older than them, but if you notice their behaviors mimicked their mothers: jealousy, rivalry, envy, fighting, discontention, which we saw a lot in the relationship between Rachel and Leah. Blessings find their place in the everyday actions that we choose to take, even the ones we do not realize that our children are watching. I can't help but think, had Joseph acted like his mothers, would he have been promoted to such a place? But because he acted like his father, he actually exemplified wisdom even under oppression, and it blessed him and an entire nation. Moses was able to lead a generation out of Egypt, first because Joseph was able to preserve the people in Egypt. And it all began with a lesson that his father himself had practiced in his own life. God makes it clear in his word that when we work as unto him, there will be an inheritance for us to receive. And God never misses a paycheck.